And we look like
What's up, everyone?
Spy versus Spy, or that's too old of a reference.
Oh yeah, my goodness,
Yeah.
you totally dated us.
Or Hadouken.
바둑 뭐지? What's that?
You know, the game with the white and black.
Oh yeah.
What's up,
guys?
everybody? Welcome to the Noonchi Podcast. As you can see, if you're watching, we have no guests today.
Yeah,
2 weeks in a row.
I'm feeling okay about it today though, because some of our listeners last week, a few people mentioned that they actually like it when it's just us talking. I didn't know that was the case. I'm very flattered that we could actually sometime just do this on our own.
I think as long as we try our best to stay off of depressing talk or gout talk, I think we'll be fine.
And we'll just balance it out with some guests sometimes.
Right.
And then,
I mean, basically what happened was the people that I asked to be on the show could not make it on Mondays and Tuesdays.
Oh, okay. Mondays, Tuesdays are hard. Yeah.
Or they gave me the runaround.
Yeah.
I won't name. Fuck it. I won't name this the guest. But the guest replied back, I don't like being the center of attention.
Oh, really?
And I was like, you're a fucking celebrity. What the fuck are you talking about? Right?
I forgot who that was. I think you
right.
mentioned that.
Right. And I was like, look, man, all you had to say was, I don't want to do it.
Yeah.
But if you give me a dumb excuse, then it makes you feel shittier.
Yeah.
It makes you look shittier. Just say, I don't want to do it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
There was another person that I asked who said, oh, I got to talk to my management about this.
Yeah.
Well, this Saturday, I saw the management.
Yeah.
And I said, hey, did they talk to you about it? And they were like, no. So fuck you too. Just say, no, I don't want to do it.
Yeah, it's totally fine. We don't, our feelings won't get hurt. We don't have like a million listeners every week. So we get it. We get it, but
no, but I don't like it when it's a lie. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you don't have to beat around the bush.
Just say, no, you guys are wasting my time.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, okay, fair enough, 100%. So for those two guests, go fuck yourselves. But anyway, Bobby, so I just talked about your birthday. We went this past Saturday.
Yeah.
Was your 44th
My
birthday.
44th birthday.
And right now you have this, I look like a dumbass bowler.
I have my bowling
So what happened?
glove on. So on Children's Day, which was last Thursday, I dislocated my thumb by, they have those one-touch tents at the Hangang or just in general.
Yeah.
So I was trying to put it back together and then it sprung open suddenly again because I couldn't, I don't know what I'm doing. And then one of the parts just took my thumb along with it. And I just remember I kind of yelled out loud. A lot of people were looking at me. It hurt a lot. And then, but I was able to just kind of shove it back in. And then I just couldn't use it for the day, but I figured, I'll just go home and sleep it off, and then, because it was a holiday, I didn't want to, have to find a hospital that was open, all that stuff. And
Yes.
I woke up the next day, my hand looked like a bowling ball. And so I went straight to a hospital and then they did an x-ray and all that stuff. And they said, just keep this brace on for another week and come back and we'll check up on it then. But it's not broken apparently. So the shit of it was, I had a show on Saturday.
Yes.
Right. And so thankfully, the pushing in was okay. It's just that if I push down on anything, it hurts like hell. Right. So it still hurts when I play guitar. So I had to kind of maneuver or just kind of wing it in a different way, play differently. But I made it work. And then it was swollen again on Sunday.
So So as a spectator of your
Oh yeah, you were there.
show
Yeah,
at the bar at good old Rush. First of all, it was cool to see a bunch of people I haven't seen in a long time to come say happy birthday, blah blah blah, give you gifts, watch your show. I have one comment though about your performance.
Oh no, give it to me. I can take it.
You know how like you do they call it 무대 멘트. Like you
stage banter.
Yeah. Your Korean's gotten worse.
Yeah. And it's really bad.
Yeah. So how did that happen?
I don't know. I haven't done a proper show in like over 2 years.
Right.
Now I did this thing last year.
Right.
But it did. I don't know. That was different. You know, it's like $200 a ticket at that place.
Yeah.
But you know, at least when I was doing shows on a regular basis, you know, I knew what I was going to say. I knew how I was going to introduce the songs, but I sang mostly like a lot of new stuff. So I didn't really have anything prepared.
Yeah.
I just was going to like, so I didn't really get to say much. But it was really loud anyway, so I didn't think people were really listening.
I had the urge to shush everybody, but then I went, you know what? Nah,
it's not that kind of show, and I knew it would be the case. So the bar is not like really.
It's
great
not meant for shows.
Show. Yeah. The way it's the floor plan's not really meant for it. So. I had fun. Like a lot of people came through. I didn't think that many people will come through. I can't believe I went home sober, actually. Like I didn't get too crazy.
Yeah, and you left early.
Yeah. I guess I left early, like 1:30 or so.
Yeah, because me and my table was the last team.
Oh, you guys
leave.
stayed at that. That's right. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So, and I know a lot of people went off to Itaewon and probably went out all night too, but I just couldn't. I couldn't go anymore. And the next day was like 어버이날. 어버이날. Yeah. So, and we had plans for the next day for lunch. So I didn't want to
be hungover and be a shitty son-in-law.
Yeah. So, but it was cool. Thank you if you made it out that night. It was like a lot of fun.
Did you, so, you know, like you haven't performed in a long time. How did you feel about your performance in terms of your new songs and whatnot?
It's terrible. Like I lost my voice. I was stressing it a little bit too much. And by like the third song, I think it was kind of gone. And then, the playing was just so, the guitar playing. And the mentu was bad. Like it wasn't a great show. It was just fun to, you know, be around so many people I haven't seen in so long. At least gathered,
right?
You know,
right.
So it was a nice reset. I think after, like, I felt completely blessed and loved, for that matter. Like, and I felt like I could really feel it, you know? And I think it really did just kind of, it was refreshing. And the next day I just really woke up like feeling really thankful and like grateful that, you know, that I could live another year, maybe get through another year. So even today, it's kind of spilled over till even today on Monday, and I'm feeling really great.
Yeah,
awesome. I feel really positive. Yeah. It was a great weekend. It was cool. We got to see a lot of our mutual friends too.
Yep. So, a lot. I was like, oh shit, the folks I haven't seen since Cafe Blue are here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it was I had a good time. Again, similarly, I got to see some people that I haven't seen in quite a while. And it wasn't even a messy, like everyone gets fucked up. And you know what? To be honest, I think at our age, we shouldn't party like that anyway.
It's
like,
true.
let's get fucked up.
Yeah.
Like that type of mentality should be past us.
It's also, you know, like I actually ended up only doing one shot that night, right? And it was like, I think it's an age thing. You know, everyone was we were doing just like basically nursing our like whiskey on ice, on the rocks, like all night. But I did one shot, and it happened to be with the two oldest people there, Ed and Charlie.
Right.
We're both like either close to 50 or over 50.
Yeah, but yeah, like the idea of like, woo, it's my birthday, let's get fucked up. That type of mentality. I don't remember the last time I wanted to do that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the thing is for me, and it's one of my many problems, this is one of my big problems, is that once I have 1-2 drinks in me, it's really hard for me to stop.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Then it's not a, ooh, let's get fucked up, but eventually I'll get there.
Yeah.
You know? And so I didn't get drunk though. I didn't get messed up.
Yeah, I didn't. You were totally like normal.
Yeah.
Like, and you came straight from your show.
Yep.
Yeah, I really appreciate that too.
Hey, what are you talking about?
I know that you stay after with the comedians and you guys hang out and stuff.
Yeah.
Speaking of shows, like you have a special one coming up next weekend.
Yes, on the 21st.
Yeah.
At the Seoul Comedy Club. I'm running my hour show. Basically, I got to do it a handful of times to see, like, what I can clean up, what I can, I don't want to say perfect, but, get the hour down tight so that I can potentially sell it to whatever platform. And so, it's going to be my first time doing an hour in Korean in a long time. It's been probably like 3 years. And so I'm trying to do material that I did not do
on the first special,
or on Watcha.
Yeah.
So I want to do stuff that's not been aired.
Yeah.
So that's kind of my goal. I think I have an hour, but I don't know. So we'll see.
Yeah.
And
I can't wait for it. I'm going to be there. A bunch of us at work are going to be there.
Yeah.
A bunch of our friends are going to be there. I want to invite all of our listeners as well, if you're in Seoul, to please come out too.
It's on the community tab. I actually put the link.
Nice.
So check it out.
I'll get a bottle, and you come join us at least my table, and then we won't get messed up, but if you want to,
just get fucked up.
Yeah, that'll be a good night too.
It was interesting. It was interesting timing because like now that you were saying a lot of the work people.
Yeah.
Soon to be for me, former work people.
Oh yeah.
Right?
I guess we can talk about that.
Yeah.
Now,
So I gave my notice to the company that I am resigning from my position.
Damn, man, abandoning me.
Yeah.
Therefore, heretofore, I guess. What's that? I don't know.
Why are you doing math?
No. So I'm really, really like happy for you that it's a big decision, but I'm also really sad for me because having a friend that you work with and see at the office, like, does actually improve your work situation. At least it has for me in the last couple of years. And I always look forward to seeing Danny. And I actually don't know, like, for us to do this at work, also the show, we have to actually discuss where we're going to continue this show, because we have some options of not just doing it at this office, which is going to be too far from you now, right? So we might do it closer to you, closer to us, really. I'm north of the river as well. Yeah. So I'm sad, man. Like I only have Danny to lean on, actually. Because everyone else is half my age.
Yeah, you can quit too, bro.
So it'll be interesting to see how things pan out.
Now, it's interesting because how many times have you quit a job in your life?
I've moved on a lot, from jobs. But like long-term positions, I'd say maybe like 4 or 5. And then everything else was project-based. So
for those long-term positions, after you give your notice, now I know in the States it's like kind of like 2 weeks notice, right?
Yeah.
But you know, for common courtesy, maybe a month. You guys, right?
Mm-hmm.
After you give that notice, they call it the lame duck period, right?
Yeah.
Like I personally, after not that I got it off my chest, but after I announced it, like I feel a lot more free and more not I don't want to say I don't give a fuck, but like I you know what I mean? Like I'm at a point where there's nothing that can be taken away from me.
Yeah, I know the feeling.
You know?
I mean, most people do.
It's actually kind of freeing.
Yeah.
You know?
It's because you're literally opening a new chapter.
Right.
Even though, you know, you're only part-time here.
Right.
You were here for over 2 years. Like
Right.
that's a big part of your life, right? So, and you coming to a decision of moving on is a big deal, you know? And there's people, I mean, congratulations is in order because you definitely weighed your options and came to this important decision, and you should celebrate that, right? So
no, but it's funny is because you know then like a handful of people, but you know what's interesting?
What?
Nobody in our team gave me the aw.
Oh, really?
Right.
Yeah.
They're all like, yeah, seems about right.
It's because they're all burnt out.
Right.
You know?
The people outside of our department are the people that are going, why? Like today, like I went to another floor to get something, and they're like, why? You know,
word travels fast.
I was like, oh shit! I only told my team. How did everybody else know? But anyway, now when it comes to quitting, and I know it's not in your personality, and it's kind of not in mine, right? We were taught not to like burn bridges,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But every now and again, that legendary scene in Half Baked.
You have to remind me on it. I haven't seen that in so long.
So the, one dude's working at a fast food restaurant and he quits.
Yeah.
Right. And then there's all his coworkers and managers and whatever. And like in the middle of the shift, he goes, fuck you, you're cool, I'm out.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Every time I've quit a job, that scene plays as I'm going through the exit interview.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, you don't actually do it. You fantasize about it.
Of course, you know what I mean? Because I'm not going to burn a bridge, particularly when the CEO of this company is a friend of mine.
Yeah.
I can't be like, fuck you, you're stupid, but you don't belong here. But in my mind, there's a handful of people.
Oh, really? Yeah. Even here, though?
Yes.
Like part of you wants
Absolutely.
to do that. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to get a drink after this. Let me know.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Where am I on that list, though?
You're like, fucking, stop being so sad, motherfucker. Right?
Yeah.
Right? No, but like, you know, to me, it's, I fantasize about it so much. But like, not even just at this office, but like everywhere I've left. Obviously, there's relationships where like, oh, these are good people. Not fully in the friend level. Yeah. But, you know, I wish good things for them. You know, and then there's some people that go, you get hit by a bus, I might send you flowers. Right?
I mean, I'm still going to be here, right? And I do have, there's probably only like at most a few people that if I left, I would fantasize about leaving, saying F you. Yeah. So for the most part, like even those people, I'm trying to make things right. You know, like I would, since I'm staying, you know, it's constantly, I'm not trying to stay in that
negative, you don't want to be
that
in
space needs to, you can still work on it. And I still do. I think that's why I'm not meant for this kind of culture, office culture. I don't think it's, I'm part of that kind of, I'm not really built from that, what do you call it? That kind of thread. I don't know, because I've been a musician for over 15 years. I did freelance work for much longer than that, right? And so I like working for myself, essentially. Yeah, so I have so many insecurities when it comes to working at an office. And you know me, I'm an overthinker.
Yeah.
I let everything affect me, and I'm always worried that people dislike me, like all that stuff. It's not good for office culture.
Yeah, because I'm like, number one, who gives a fuck? That's what I would tell you. Who gives a fuck?
And you,
right?
and this is what I'm missing. When you leave, you oftentimes when I do gripe or I tell you my problems, I always agree with you, your advice to me, which like, Bobby, you should really care less. Like you should just don't give a fuck. It's like, you shouldn't be worrying about this stuff. I'm going to miss that, you know? And so,
I mean, if you want, I can record messages.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I mean,
we do have equipment, right? So then you can clean up the whatever, you can put a denoiser or whatever you do. And then it's me being like, stop fucking caring. You know what I mean? Like that, my point is that like I realize that like obviously in any sort of circle, work, whatever, even church per se, right? Like there's people you get along with and people you don't. Right? You don't have to fix the people, the relationship of the people that you don't get along with. And that's where I'm at. Where I go, fuck it. Cool. The people that I vibe with, we're good. People that like I could see that they, you know, they look at me up and down and be like, what is this dirty fat motherfucker doing here? If I feel that, I'm all right. Well, that person don't exist to me. Right.
I think I'm getting better at just kind of caring less.
Okay.
And I go through my bouts.
So now my question is, now you like obviously I fantasize about recreating the half-baked scene.
Yeah.
But I want to do something like, see, it goes back to like, I'm not even remotely close to this, but we talked a while back about like if you had fuck you money.
Yeah.
Right? Like how would you, because if you have fuck you money, that means that like at that point you don't have to care about burning bridges. Because you got enough for you and your next generation. Right? And so like how would I, if I had, okay, let's say I fucking hit the United States lottery, because the Korean lottery don't make that much money, right? And then like and I hit one of them Powerballs and I get $1 billion, right? Right? How would I leave this job? Right? It's not, it's petty. But I would hire you and pay you like super famous photographer money, right? To take a photo of me like flipping the bird. I want you to, you know, make it nice.
Photoshop it and
nice.
Okay.
I will go to the frame shop and get nice frames. Right? And I would deliver each photo to the people that I'd be like, yo, go fuck yourself.
that's really, that's very specific, Danny.
I'm gonna have wrapping paper, right? And I'll be like, hey, but you know, like for the 2 years, this is my heart.
That's so strangely specific.
But you know, that's the type of shit that I like to do, to like just be like, you know.
When you're laying in bed. How would I exit if I had FU money? If you had FU money, I know that your personality isn't to tell people to go fuck off, right? But in the Bobby Choi way, what is the, how do you say, I don't say the meanest, but the most jerk way in your soul that you can leave? I would probably give all the people I like like $10,000 each.
Oh.
And then the people that I don't care for, just be like, give them like $10.
Yo, man, I'd be like, hey, $10, thanks. You know, like
a gift card or something. to somewhere they can't use it. Like, or somewhere like it's a Starbucks gift card, but it's only works in Sweden. Like,
Yo, that's like,
yeah.
it's not it's not asshole-y.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I mean, yeah. I mean, it is a very petty.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
it's like, because words, of course, everyone's gonna know. They're gonna know that everyone else got 10 grand in their pocket. You know, it's just be like, oh man,
I should have been nicer to that guy.
Yeah.
Hey, can I borrow half of what Bobby gave you? Because I need to go to Sweden to go drink some coffee. Right? That's funny. Starbucks gift cards in Sweden.
Yeah, something like very like.
But
That's
yeah. No, I think that is an interesting way to like, but you know what it is though? Ultimately, everyone got something.
yeah.
And everyone got something of worth.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you didn't go, hey, people I like, 10 grand.
Yeah.
People I don't like, dog shit that I collected on the way here.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's still 10 bucks somewhere,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
So it's still a gift. So it's still nice.
Yeah.
If you think about my framed picture,
Mm-hmm.
right? I hired you,
Yeah.
but I hired you in the vein of being a super famous photographer, like super famous photographer money.
Oh, you'd pay for that. Yeah.
Yeah. I want to do a whole photo shoot. Here's $100K, Bob.
Yeah.
Right? You know?
Yeah.
I don't know how much super
Okay,
famous
now
people.
I'm seeing the holes in this though,
Right.
right? So let's say you give this like photograph to somebody that you don't like. Clearly, they're gonna just throw it out, you know.
Yeah.
And so it's like, what can be more lasting though? Like that's just that's silly. They just throw it out. Maybe there's something even more like lasting, impression wise, you know, like this is where we can really go into dark places of our mind.
Yes. And I actually like that. I mean, also for our listeners, if you have, please write down your fantasies of how you would tell someone to go fuck themselves.
And we know you're not going to do it because every time we ask you to do something,
right. They never do. Tezon might, but then the you know how I mean these are like the old cliche jokes about like I think Patrice had a joke like this where like black women say shit to get hit and white women say shit to get killed. You know what I mean?
Wait, say that again. What?
So like, you know, when a couple fights, black women, when they say something to you, when they're fighting with you, they say shit to get hit.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
Right. The effect of what they say only at most is an ass whooping.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
White women will say shit that makes you want to kill them.
Oh, I think I've heard this before.
I forget where it's from, right?
Yeah.
But you know, but the concept is it's like, that's why you fat motherfucker, right? That's more of a like, you know, like a fight, right?
Yeah.
But then but he says something like and he goes and you know, like they're loud and whatever, right?
Yeah.
But then like he goes, white women say they whisper,
so
only you can hear.
Yeah.
You know, and you're in like in a social gathering. Like something like, and that's why your mother's breath smells, right? And you're like, what the fuck, right? And it just like it just planted in your head, you know. Yeah. So like, as I give the frame, I throw one of those out.
Hey, whisper.
I detonate a time release like insults that they'll get as they're going home on the train or as they're driving, you know.
I would, you know what I would probably do?
Stop blinking, motherfucker.
I would buy the nearest cafe here that everyone goes to. And here there's like a cafe everyone goes to, right? I would buy the cafe, just leave it as is, except change the names on the
coffee?
The coffees, like give them names and stuff.
Yeah.
But make an extra separate menu of really just shitty things like dog crap and like you know, and name it after the people I don't like. And no one's gonna order it, but it's always gonna be on the menu. Like, oh, piece of shit.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the blah 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 special. That'd be that person's name.
You know what? You know, I feel like a sign of a healthy team, though, is when there is a single enemy that everyone hates on.
Oh yeah, it's almost.
I feel like that makes a team stronger to be like, you know what? Whether it's internally or externally, be like, yo, fuck that guy, and as a whole group, you become closer with your hatred of that person. Yeah. Right. And so, in that regard, those people, are keeping the company together.
It's true. I mean, there's always somebody that, I mean, HR always gets the rap at most companies. Right. There's always people that aren't invited to happy hour. Right. Wherever you go. Right. And so, and it's fun to talk behind their back. Yeah. It kind of, you know, that whole like blowing off steam from work. And specifically with coworkers, it's because when you meet up with friends that you don't work with, like, you can't blow off that steam. Right. You know? Right. But when you do with other coworkers and then you have these common enemies that you talk shit about, it actually is kind of stress relieving. Yeah. Because it makes you feel like you're not alone.
And that's why I think, like, you know, the Korean concept of 회식. Yeah. Right, has been flawed compared to what a happy hour is back home. Oh. Because like a 회식 implies that there's senior members in your team. Yeah. And you're forced as a team to go hang out. Yeah. Right? Yeah. So as much as they try to open up, they're still on the clock, so to speak. Yeah. Right? So let's say, like, you know, they have like the CEOs there, the country heads there. Oh, 우리 재밌게 놀고. All of them are like,
yeah. Of course. It's right. Yeah, the dynamics definitely never going to be normal.
Because they're always going to continue to be at quote unquote their best behavior. Sure. Yeah. As opposed to like happy hour back home, where like I remember the partner would just give me his corporate card and be like, hey, just don't go too crazy. Oh yeah. I give it to the
everyone on the same level.
On the same level. Yeah. So the same level folks get to hang out.
That's great.
Yeah. So that's, and on top of that, like, you know, obviously 회식 is not mandatory, but it is frowned upon when you continue to miss 회식s.
Oh, it is.
Yes.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I can. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I still don't really fully understand it. Like I feel like. Yeah.
But that's why part of me goes, hey, Bob, you know what we should do? Just give them the card and be like, hey, just go crazy. Just,
you know, the next time around, I think I'm going to try that. Yeah. Because, why not? I think that's a great idea, Danny. Yeah. Like,
you don't need to be there.
Yeah. Totally.
I mean, not to say that, like, you know, you are in a superior position. You're the team lead. Yeah. So, you know, for lack of better words, you're their boss, right? So, but even though you have this rapport, like, you know, we're in it together and they whatever, sometimes it's cool to be like, hey, you can even talk shit about me. Yeah. So here's the card, get the fuck out.
Absolutely.
And go crazy.
I think that's a great idea.
You know what I mean? And that's my point about the difference between the 회식 문화 here is because like, it's like you're forcing them to, it's overtime, really. Yeah. You know? Yeah. And, you know, that's why, like, I don't force, obviously I can't force, but I'd be like, you know, if I'm doing a show per se, I'd be like, if you want to come. Yeah. But if you don't want to, you don't. And some people don't want to come because they already spend 5 days a week looking at these people. I don't want to spend another waking hour if I don't have to with these people. And that's fair. you know?
I was like really like at my birthday for one thing. I didn't talk about it at work. I didn't put it up in our Slack or anything like that. And some people wanted to do it. And I said, no, don't do that. Please don't do that. Like everyone that I hang out with outside of work, we're at least friends on Instagram. They know that it's there. I don't need to tell other people that don't really, you know. But a bunch of people came out. Even from our team, everyone came out but one person. And then the one person I knew couldn't make it anyway. So I didn't know they would come, and they all came, and I felt like when I first saw them, I was like, hey, don't waste your weekends on me. Kind of thing. But then, you know, like I almost was brought to tears that, you know, they wanted to be there apparently. Or maybe they were just someone forced them. But it meant a lot to me. You know, because, you know, there's an age difference, there's a culture difference, there's a teamjang difference kind of thing. But, you know, I'm not from that culture. So, and as much as I try to enforce it for their sake, I really don't know like what the best way to do it is. And so this weekend I kind of got a taste of that. Just like, man, I felt really, really special, I guess, that people would take their personal time to be at something like be there for me. You know? So I'm really grateful for that. And, you know, and the universe knows it. I've put it out there. I'm like really grateful for, you know, the ups and downs are necessary in life, but I'm most grateful for the ups, and I'm there now. You know, a couple of weeks ago, I said, you know, I was pretty depressed, and like, so I mean, there is that fear of like, and this always happened to me, at least in the States, like whenever I had shows, and they kept getting better and better, well attended, and always the next day was like a crash and a crash. Like, I always felt like really like empty the next day, right? This was the first time I didn't have any feeling of emptiness. After, you know, having all that love and attention, you know, in one night. And the next day just being alone. Like I didn't feel any of that. I just felt like really grateful and more mature, I guess. So
maybe that's because I have yet to feel that. Like every time I've done a show, and especially if the show is like, again, let's say I just slapped the shit out of that room, killed it, bam, 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 you know? And, you know, I even went as far as at this very moment, in this moment, I was the funniest person in the country, in the world. I don't know. Like, you know what I mean? Like I went as far as that when I was younger. At this very 15-minute segment, nobody's killing harder than me. Like, I went that far when I was younger. But then I always remembered like that shit lasted on the drive until the drive back home. Where I was like, motherfucker, like, you know, and then like I got all down and depressed. And ultimately it's kind of like, you know, they call it like chasing the high, right? So you chase that high to be like that first time you ever fucking killed it on stage, and that feeling of the high you get from that reaction. You're like, I love that feeling. And every time on stage, I want to get that feeling. And to be honest, that's what keeps me going. But knowing damn well that it doesn't really lead to anything. Do you know what I mean? I mean, the only thing is that feeling, and I mean, I think it's like drugs, right? Like your what is it? Your serotonin levels get all the way high, and then you went, hey, we used too much of it, and then you crash and you get all depressed. Journey
back to getting all that adrenaline back, right, whatever.
Right. So even with so I'm actually, that's surprising that. I mean, but I think it's not just because of the show per se, but I think it was beyond the show, but just the idea of all these people you haven't seen in a while. all the people, blah, 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 that came on their own accord. You know what I mean?
I think it had a lot to do also with just like lately, it feels like we're coming out of this COVID era, you know?
Yes.
In specifically for you and me in ways, because when we first started at this company was like a little over 2 years ago, right? Remember? And then that's when everything started to shut down.
Yeah.
Right. And then we were just having to figure out ways to kind of blow off steam. Normally we would drink at 편의점s and stuff like that, but you can't do that, right? For all this time. And now it's like all these restrictions are lifted. I remember when it first happened that I had a birthday party then. That's right. You remember someone threw a birthday party for me at Rush, right? The same place. It just seemed like a bookend, like bookends. It felt like we're coming out of that. Like life is getting back to normal. Yeah. And it feels that way in many ways because you're leaving now after 2 years, and you've got it through these past awful 2 years. For you, like as a performer, a lot of your shows were canceled. A lot of you were up against the wall the whole time, right? And so a lot of it seems like you're gonna get to do an hour set, to a full room, and there's no restrictions. I can have more than 5 people sitting with me. Yep. And all of that adds up, and it just kind of adds to the good feeling of getting through it and together, for that matter. So I think that's the culmination, I guess is a good word, for me at least, on Saturday, like having to see so many friends all in one place. Which is not a normal thing these past couple of years.
Although I would say, and I didn't mention it to you on the day of, but in terms of star power, I know you don't care about it, but 2 years ago, the star power is unbeatable.
Oh yeah,
of guests.
Well, that's because Hajiwon was there.
Yes.
Who else was there?
DDK was there.
Oh yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Right.
Of course.
Right.
DDK was there. Yeah. Hajiwon was there.
Sean was there.
Right.
Kevin from UKISS was there.
That's true. Yeah.
Right.
This year we had the No Brain guys came through.
No Brain and CS.
Yeah. Charlie was there.
That's it, man.
Was that it? Yeah.
And then Danny Cho. And I was like, man, this lineup sucks.
I didn't make it a point to have celebrities there. But I mean, although I could have like reached out to more people to come up, but I was just like, I mean, the perfect amount of people, the right people.
Yeah. I'm joking, but in terms of Instagrammable.
Yeah.
In terms of the oh shit factor.
Yeah.
Wasn't as big.
Yeah.
The guest list wasn't as impressive.
That's right. I remember we had that. We did a podcast right after that show, and we did Hajiwon Walks into a Bar
as a title, and I'm here for Chiwon Onni. Yeah. And I was like, all right. I guess we should call this one Hajiwon Walks into a Bar too.
Yeah, or Hajiwon did not walk into a bar. No, but and then they were really nice, and they pushed up our algorithm.
Yes.
It's great.
Yes.
This time, anyway.
And so
time flies.
So me quitting my job, the reason why is because I want to focus on not just my own stand-up, but also the stand-up comedy club, as well as the scene in general. Like I feel like I could not fully devote my attention to things that need to get done.
Yeah, I totally get it, man.
So that's why I'm leaving, because of the fact that I did not come to this country to
all the way to another country
to basically do work that I have no passion for.
Yeah, I mean, and I actually commend you for for all of it, for coming here and taking a chance. It's the same thing I did, you know. Right now, I would be I would do the same thing you're doing if I didn't have 2 kids.
Of course.
I didn't you know, have to figure out a way to, you know, just have a steady income.
Right.
I totally would probably judge you over time if you just didn't, you know, pony up basically. And just, but like no one would blame you because the last couple of years you couldn't even do shows and stuff. So yeah, you just hunkered down, you did your thing, you like you did the right thing. And so now no one would blame you.
Yeah.
And you're doing the right thing. And so,
and on top of that, if someone did blame me, I'd be like, here, hey Bobby,
you're gonna get
make another copy, please.
Yeah, you're gonna get a framed photo. Wrapped.
Who gives a fuck? No, I mean, you know, like, you know, it's weird now. Like, obviously, like I don't have any kids, right?
Yeah.
And it's. I don't think I 100% live 100% of my. I don't live 100% of my life with this philosophy, but it creeps into my head often these days. Is because so. You know, now I have a nephew who I haven't seen live, but I have pictures of and videos of they send to me all the time.
Yeah.
And I want to be like the uncle that did what he wanted to do with his passion.
Yeah.
And to me, if I make a lot of money doing that, I mean, I'm sure that'll be a better story. But at the very least, like, to my nephew, I can be like, yo, your Samchun, like,
he had balls.
He had fucking balls. Yeah. Right. And that's the only thing I can do. Right.
Same thing for me. Yeah. That's what I wanted too. And now you have a goddaughter too.
Yeah.
So you have that added responsibility.
Yeah.
And for the most part, you know, like that's my legacy for my kids too. For the last, I did it. I gave it a good try for a good 15 years. I won't say I've closed the book on that. One day, if I can figure it out, if I place my bets right, maybe I can do it right. You know, because I'll never stop creating. And
of course,
I still keep writing songs. Like I have so much material, and I want to record it. Like it just, I know how it's gonna end up. Like it's just like, I'm not. I can't keep up with the times. It's hard for that, for those reasons. And,
but okay, you know. Wait. Like when you say keep up with the times, right? There are. Okay, this is what I mean by keeping up with it. And I actually was thinking about saying this because, like, you know, like, you know, like, I've had people go, you know, you're funny, you know, you're blah blah blah, you're talented, but you just don't care about your social media presence, and you should care about your social media presence. Yeah. On a business level, financial level, on a entertainment business level, I totally get it, right? So I go, well, what do you suggest I do? We should do TikTok, right? Like what?
Short form media.
But what?
Yeah.
You know, like what? I'm like, I'll be damned if I'm gonna do a fucking TikTok dance challenge. Yeah. I'm fucking 40. You're not gonna see me go. You know what I mean? Even girls with like pretty girls with big tits. They can't themselves get as many hits anymore. So they need to bring like their mother or their father to dance along with them. You know what I mean? Like, and again, like they do other things, but like within their short form media. Yeah. But like you're not gonna see me.
It's because, like, you know, I mean, it's very far off base from what your art form is, right? Because we're talking TikTok, and I'm just generalizing. Yeah. It's more of a what do you call it? Like a novelty or pony tricks, or you know, it's more like it's very gimmicky. Right. It's all gimmicks, you know, and so. That's not your art form. Like you're not in this game to constantly come up with gimmicks and things that are not lasting, right? So
I mean, like there are certain short form media stuff that I go, oh, that's funny. That's something that I possibly can do, and I appreciate that. But if your channel is basically you like in scantily clad shit, dancing, you know what I mean? That I'm gonna be like, well, I'm not. That's not me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's unfortunate too. I know what you're talking about. Like, I mean, it's never not going to be the case where sex doesn't sell.
Yeah.
You know, and that's what it is.
I mean, I get it. If I was a pretty girl, you know, I think I would put some of that too. Yeah. But also like whatever shit that I thought was interesting or fun or blah, 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 right?
Well, you know, Bobby Lee put it once to you where he says there's two types of people that make it in this industry. It's the good-looking people and the freaks, right? And he put you in that category of freaks. Like for me in music, it's not the same thing, I guess, but it is like the people that are good looking with talent, sure. There's people that are not as good looking, but it really is just you have to almost pick sides, in my opinion, when it comes to music. Like you have to really kind of stick to something, or eventually you'll be considered a sellout. Yeah, right. I actually
thought of a TikTok type of skit recently, and I was like, oh, I just saw someone from The Daily Show do it like this past weekend. And I went, I was like, oh, too late. You know what the skit was about?
What?
Because, you know, obviously we talked about the Will Smith, Chris Rock thing. Yeah. But over the past weekend, someone attacked Dave Chappelle.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You know? Someone, right, at the Hollywood Bowl.
Yeah, with a knife or whatever. Yeah. And then they fucked his ass up. Did you see
I didn't see it, no.
No, so they kicked his ass, and when the shot of him going into the ambulance, his arm was like in an angle that should not be in that
really?
angle. They fucked his ass up, right? And then, you know, the comments was like, I remember Dave going, was that a trans? or you know, and then Chris Rock got the mic, was like, was that Will Smith? And and like to me, that was the news, right? Like as from the comedy world, right? So it was Dave Chappelle, Chris Rock. So I was like, I should make like a self-defense video for stand-up comedians, right? Like an infomercial, like one of those shitty self-defense videos. Yeah. And then last week or this past weekend, I saw one. I was like, they beat me.
Someone did it. Okay.
Yeah. So
I mean, so not to close the book on TikTok for you, but I get why you wouldn't want to do it. There's probably some sort of way to help it work in your favor. Yeah. You know, like, but you know, there's a lot of stuff that I mean, you can put your old material on there, one-liners and stuff like that, or like short jokes. You know, I think you can do TikTok up to 3 minutes these days. Yeah. So really, you could put a bit on there. Yeah. I'd much rather like, and this is where possibly maybe something that I might, because I'll have some more free time. That I mean, because I'm not gonna be working on the comedy club 24/7. Yeah, like I'm gonna have some free time to think about. Yeah, whether it's TikTok or YouTube sketches or whatever. Like I want to be more creative for me. Yeah, you know, and so those are some of the things. So you might see a new sketch here and there pop up, you know? I mean, even for the podcast, like I put some stuff on TikTok on my channel. Yeah. And some of it does really well, actually. I want to do more of that stuff. I don't have the time. Yeah. But if I did, I think I would do it. Yeah. You know, I earlier I said like I can't keep up with the times. Well, I guess that's not really true. Yeah. Like I understand it because it's part of our work, and I can see myself doing it. You don't want to keep up with the times, or I can't do it full time. Yeah. Like I can't for Big Phony. Yeah. Because it's too big of a gamble. Like I need to make money. Right. You know, for my kids, from my family. Yeah. And I know that that's only a possible way. It's not a sure thing. Right. So that when I say I can't keep up with the times, I just don't have the time or energy. But anyway, time really did fly today. But I think really the only thing I want to say about the show is today, maybe wrap it up. It's okay. But thank you guys for letting me always be honest about my situation and my feelings and my emotions and having to hear me talk about how sad I am and all the time. Like right now, I'm doing really well, and I really hope it stays this way. It's a lot of factors, the people in my life. It's even this podcast, is very therapeutic for me. And so I just want to thank everyone for, giving me a way out. I think I'm really blessed, and I'm completely grateful, that not everybody gets to heal in public, I guess. So I'm really grateful for that. So
I realized why I've said this before, and I know you don't you like hearing this, but people seem to gravitate towards you a lot more than me in terms of and this is the part where you're not gonna like it, because they see you as such a nice guy, right? And you go, I'm not a fucking nice. Stop saying that shit.
Yeah.
But this type of the gratitude and thanks or whatever, that you say, but you don't even have to, but you say it, right? And that's why people have this knee jerk reaction, right? And that's why, I always feel like beyond just you yourself landing on your feet, whatever you do, there's always going to be people around you that are going to, for some way or another, help aid in you landing on your feet, right? As opposed to me, who does not conjure up the all vibes. So he's like, this motherfucker will figure it out. It's like a different, dynamic of whatever. So,
well, Danny, I'm always there for you, but me being the friend that recognizes that you have your shit together more than I do, I feel like you don't need that circle of support as much as I do. I get, how do you say, I get uncomfortable. Yeah.
And people go, hey, you want to.
We could put our hands on you and
please, Lord
say
God,
a prayer,
go through his tongue and make his jokes funnier. Funnier and holier. No, but honestly, it's, I am glad you're doing better. And at the end of the day, I know with this podcast, if at the very least it's an outlet for both of us to what do you call it? Call it cathartic. You know what I mean? At the very least it's that. Yeah. And if it can be more, then we will do our best for it to be more than that. Right?
Yeah, and this is episode 91.
Yeah.
Right? And I'm just really proud that we've stuck with it this long. Episode 100, if you guys have any ideas, something we could do, if you want us to have a special guest on, throw them out there for us. And now that you're out, can you spend more time on the merch side of things? Maybe we'll try to sell more merch.
Well, yeah, it's you know what it is though. We're not doing the full court press of going, hey, wear this, put it on your Instagram. We have to get there.
Yeah, I know.
You know what I mean?
We talked about it.
Yeah, but it's more like, hey, help us pay for things if you want.
By the way, we've talked about this. All the whatever we sell, we want to put back into the show. Yeah. And so we mean that we want to.
So ultimately,
it's not to help us.
Ultimately, it's not to help Bobby, buy more diapers, or it's not.
Yeah, well,
for me to buy more hats to cover my fucking psoriatic head. It's to figure out how to make this self-sufficient so that we can up our equipment game or whatever other expenses it is.
Yeah.
So
actually.
basically, buy our shit.
Yeah, and spread the word more than anything. Yeah. But thanks, guys. Let's close this show next week. Who knows? We'll see you guys. Peace out.
Bye-bye. God damn, it's hot.